Tamil Nadu's political landscape undergoes its biggest churn in decades. The 2026 verdict, and what a verdict it was, is exposing cracks that were hidden beneath the Dravidian alliance system for years on end. For decades, take a look at this. Smaller allies worked for the DMK or the AIADMK, but power largely remained concentrated within these two major power blocks. Now, with actor-turned politician and TVK chief C Joseph Vijay leading the TVK to a stunning victory, that old arrangement appears to be collapsing quite quickly. The Congress, IUML and VCK have all moved closer to the new Vijay government, with some even joining the cabinet, and a dramatic shift that has left both the DMK and the AIADMK, well, politically isolated, if one could use that word. Congress leaders openly admit long-standing frustration over supporting alliances without ever really sharing power in the state of Tamil Nadu. And the situation has become even more complicated for the AIADMK, where internal divisions have deepened after reports of failed post-poll maneuvering to keep Vijay out of power. Rebel factions now find themselves sidelined, whilst Vijay has carefully projected his administration as a broad secular coalition. But what is emerging in Tamil Nadu is not just the rise of a new political force, but the weakening of an alliance culture that survived for nearly 6 long decades. The biggest shock for both the DMK and the AIADMK may not simply be electoral defeat, but how quickly their allies have moved on after this latest thumping mandate to the TVK. And to put this entire Dravidian discourse into context, the usual suspects, as I like to call them, Mr. Kalyan Raman, Senior Leader, BJP Tamil Nadu. Many thanks for taking out the time, sir. C Rajashekharan, Political Analyst, with us on the broadcast. And Venkatesh Ramaraj, Spokesperson for the Congress in Tamil Nadu, with us on the broadcast as well. Mr. Kalyan Raman, you see, let's get the snowball rolling here. To understand, and it's important that I bring you into the picture because all the other parties have been named, but the BJP. Now, whether there is a takeaway for the BJP here or not, we'll come to that in just a second. But Mr. Raman, Congress leaders have openly admitted that they worked for others' victories for longest time without really sharing the power. Does this really validate the criticism that Dravidian parties, the two major party power blocks that we talked about, treated their allies and the smaller parties as just vote transfer machines rather than actual partners sitting across the table with respect and dignity?
The situation of Congress is somebody who is 40 years old, still remaining unmarried and ready to marry twice divorced girl. That is the situation of Congress, who are so desperate for clinging on to power, which is not the case with the BJP, obviously, because BJP has been managing the alliances so very well across the country, not limited to just one state. Okay. Take the case of Goa. We are a majority, but still we are holding on to MGP, who are having a small number. Take the case of Uttar Pradesh, where we are 255 seats winning party, but still we are having 4 alliance partners inside our cabinet. To take the case of Bihar, the same scenario. We have 5 different parties in alliance, despite we having good numbers with us. So in similar case, Tripura, Manipur, so on and so forth. Maharashtra, we have huge numbers, 132 as against 144 required. Still we have
we get the point,
parties in alliance. Yeah. So the way you have to manage alliances involves a huge amount of wisdom and maturity. It never involves desperation. Unfortunately for Congress, it is desperation with whatever the numbers that they have managed to get, that is 5 numbers. They are clinging on to power no matter what is the ideology all about. Of course, there is no ideology for Congress. Secularism is not an ideology as such. It is a statement by the Constitution. So if you remove the secular word from the congressman's mouth, there is nothing called ideology at their disposal. So they can cling on to power with anybody and everybody. And of course, in Tamil Nadu, whoever has joined the TVK.
But is it the Congress party that is calling this alliance secular, or is it the TVK that's calling this alliance secular? I think it's the TVK that's calling it this alliance secular. They've kept the AIADMK rebels to the side. And you know what, Mr. Kalyan Raman, I would just, in my limited opinion, I think we're digressing from the operative point here, which is that had the AIADMK and DMK been politically isolated after this victory, because for the longest time, and I know I gave you a little bit of an arsenal there, the Congress party has worked for these big two Dravidian parties, but never really got a chance to sit in the cabinet or share that power really. It's happened after almost about like 6 decades, after 59 years to be precise. So, are we safe in our assessment that there is a churn, there is a quick departure from that old school style of Dravidian politics where the small parties, including the Congress party, helped the Dravidian parties, but they never really got a chance to sit at the big table?
Actually, I'm happy for Congress because for the first time after a long time, somebody who is a nationalist
That
party
has brought a
come
smile to Mr. Venkatesh's face. See,
I have a different reason to say.
I'll come to you, Venkatesh. I'll come to you.
I'm happy to that extent that nationalist party is inside the dispensation at this point of time. To that extent, I'm happy. But the participation is born out of a desperation of 40 years, or rather in this case, it is 60 years old party, which have never tasted power. So desperation of a 60 years old man wanting to get married, that is the scenario for Congress. Very unfortunately, they have to go by the dictates of whoever's offered them whatever the position. That is there. But going by, from among the 5 parties which are supporting the TVK, only 2 communists have got something called ideology, if at all any. Others don't have ideology. They are clinging on to the terminology called secularism. This is my contention. Beyond that, it is just opportunism. Let them enjoy power for some time. Until such time,
that's absolutely fine. Before I go on to Mr. Venkatesh, my final, this can be a yes or no. Is this a double blow for the DMK and the AIADMK? That's the essential operative question here, sir, first.
Whoever was in power, for them it is certainly a blow. Now, as far as the AIADMK is concerned, they are split into 2 at this point of time. Things have to emerge. They are soft Hindutva, soft nationalist party as far as we are concerned. That is why we have had an alliance with them. So we wish them good luck. We want them to come together. That is how we can look at it.
Okay.
We don't want to comment beyond this particular point at this stage about AIMK. We are happy for the collapse of
That would be tricky. That would be like walking on eggshells at the moment, because you see Tamil Nadu, when it comes to that actual emotional connect, the BJP hasn't been able to do that, which you gave us the examples and the long list. You've been able to do it so well across the length and breadth of the country. What happened in Tamil Nadu is a question that we'll again come to, but let me bring in Mr. Venkatesh here on this front. You know, Mr. Venkatesh, there is an analogy that, Mr. Raman is trying to bring out. Now, I know when it comes to opportunity, they all play dirty, and, a political party is going to do whatever it can. So, I'm not going to, subscribe to that, that particular analogy. Politics is politics. It happens on the smallest of things. But Mr. Raman is essentially saying that you're 60 years old and you're trying to go ahead and marry a 20-year-old.
See, I just want to tell you,
No,
we all fondly call.
Please correct yourself.
No, let me
1-year-old.
speak,
Let's
Mr. Raman.
be a little sane here. Let's be a little sane here.
You
for the
have a
viewers
very
also.
bad habit of interrupting. So let me speak now.
Yeah. Yes, Mr.
So
Venkatesh.
we all fondly call BJP as a Vattavot Kachi, meaning with only 1 seat, Vatta seat. Okay, so there is no say for BJP here in Tamil Nadu. And I saw Mr. Kalyana Raman quoting to many states and how they are sharing power with other parties, allied parties. We all know that BJP is one such party that has never had its own leader. You go to any state, they either have leaders from other parties like Madhya Pradesh, Jyotiraditya Rao Scindia, or if you go to Bengal, Subhendu Adhikari came from Trinamool Congress. You go to any other place, whether it's Assam, Himanta Kumar Biswa, they don't have their own leaders. They are only known to poach leaders from other parties and form the government. That is one thing. And the second thing, very importantly, these people, this BJP, what they're saying, calling it as opportunism. Everyone, the entire nation knows that BJP is capable of forming a government with just 1 seat, because they were already running a proxy government in Tamil Nadu under the leadership of Edappadi Palnisamy, and we all knew that there was a talk between ADMK and DMK to form a government, which was openly confessed by Mr. MK Baby from CPM, and also by the leader, Mr. Tirumavalavan, and Mr. Shanmugam. So we were anticipating this because this has happened in many other states in India. So that's why we were quick enough to ensure that the democratic will of people is upheld, and therefore we extended a support to TVK so that Honorable Chief Minister Mr. Vijay could become Chief Minister and form the government. That is what has happened here. And on the other hand, we all know that all the
But Mr. Ramraj,
junior,
you see,
yeah.
I gave you enough time for your rejoinder to Mr. Kalyan Raman. You are also digressing. Now, I know that there is an habitual flex, the BJP going at loggerheads with the Congress party. Let's talk about the AIADMK and, of course, your erstwhile alliance partner, the DMK as well. You walked out that alliance, and is that a double blow for the AIADMK and the DMK? People are now saying that those two major Dravidian
Definitely
parties,
yes.
it's a major loss for
Definitely
them
yes.
because Vijay has been able to give everybody a big share of that pie. Earlier, you used to stand around the table, only look at that pie, never eat it. Now, with Vijay, he's been able to offer that to everybody.
I want to give you a reason. See, when UPA won in 2004, when the government was about to be formed, it was DMK that demanded for few ministries with the condition that they will support us, and we had no choice then to give those ministries and form the government. And that was the blunder that we did because of this 2G spectrum. We had to lose the election. So this happened, but we continue to stay in the alliances because the only grounds is secular. So all the other left parties, the junior parties continue to be in DMK because that is the only secular force in Tamil Nadu. So we accepted them as a senior partner. But the DMK was not fair with any other parties, not willing to share power. Even before this election, they made a point very clear that no power sharing for Tamil Nadu will not work, whereas the power sharing at center will work. But now, this time, the people have proved that this state needs power sharing. It needs a coalition government, and this would continue. And it was
Between
also
MK Stalin
mentioned
and
by,
Rahul Gandhi.
let me just finish 20 seconds.
Yeah,
Let me just finish 20 seconds. So, and also the Honorable Chief Minister Vijay, in one of his address, he clearly mentioned that, I think, what was it? He, well, I want to tell you something, I just forgot.
My apologies for breaking your, train of thought.
Vikravandi.
You see, Mr. Ramaraj, just before I bring in Mr. C Rajashekharan, he's here to put that final garnish on our discussion here. Mr. Ramaraj, you see, when the Bharat Jodo Yatra began, I still remember the unfurling of the flag. Everything happened in Tamil Nadu. MK Stalin and Rahul Gandhi, those great big brothers. And now, I mean, are we to say that because of what you just said, the DMK not being fair to the other allies, is this the end of the road for the Congress and the DMK now?
Obviously, yes, because see, DMK had no other choice other than to be with Congress at the center, because at the center we are the secular party, and at the state level they are the secular party. So we were working together.
So marriage of convenience happening on the other side. It's the other way around. They needed the Congress party, not the other way around. That's what you're essentially saying, Mr. Rajashekharan.
Definitely, yes. See, in Tamil Nadu, DMK wouldn't have come to power without any allied parties. They were making use of the vote bank of all the junior partners, and they were continuously coming to power. This time, it is clearly. But
look at Lok Sabha. The performance was phenomenal. Lok Sabha performance was phenomenal, wasn't it?
Of course, yes. It's because Rahul Gandhi was at the center.
Okay.
He pronounced Rahul
So that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. The DMK needed Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi did not need the Dravidian Munitra Kajagam. That's the essential idea. Mr. Rajashekharan,
Definitely,
Mr.
yes.
Kalyan Raman, Mr. Ramaraj, they've all been talking about, of course, the secular ideology, who needs what, BJP versus Congress, that's been happening. But the operative portion is that of this entire discourse is that what we're witnessing today in 2026 and how politically isolated the two Dravidian parties look like. Is it simply a DMK defeat, or is it the collapse of the decades-old political structure where allies never really truly were allowed to grow? And Vijay is changing that. He's letting the allies grow, come to the table, not just sit, but eat that pie as well.
Good evening. We are discussing about politics.
Yeah.
Not family matters. So there is an old saying, great saying, there are no permanent enemies and there are no permanent friends in politics.
Yeah.
So let us not digress by saying it is a holy alliance and unholy alliance and this happened, that happened. All these are...
Look at this, Mr. Ramaraj, already,
No.
Mr. Rajashekharan has
I'll
already
tell you.
extended the olive branch. So he's
I'll
keeping
tell
his
you.
doors open. It might happen in the future. It might not. You never know.
See, I'll tell you, it is pure survival of the fittest.
Okay.
Whoever wants to survive in politics, obviously they will take a stand
Yeah.
which is benefited for themselves. So Congress party has done the right thing as per my opinion.
Okay.
I may
Okay.
sound cynical to many, but fact of the matter is
Opportunity is an opportunity. Yeah, you have to. You
no,
have to be
no,
pragmatic.
any political party is not running a free choultry. We are not in Tirumala, Tirupati to give free service to the pilgrimage. It is the politics. Politics is a game of thrones. You need power. You need position. You need MLAs. You need MPs. You need local body authorities, mayors, etc., etc., etc. So obviously, any political party, for that matter, will try to exploit the maximum opportunity.
Since you've given us
and-
such a pragmatic answer, Mr. Rajashekharan, is this a double blow? I've been asking this to all the panelists. Is this a double
No,
blow
no,
for
no.
the
See,
AIADMK
see.
and the DMK? Have they been
I'll tell
politically
you.
isolated? Have they been
No,
isolated?
I'll tell you. When Congress lost the elections, BJP was going hammer and tong that Congress mukt. Nobody can do mukt of any political party. It is purely the people's wisdom. Now the 2029, nobody can stop Rahul Gandhi become the prime minister. That is only it's happening. That is the growth of Cockroach Janata Party. The Cockroach
You are
Janata
making
Party
Nitish
is going to decide Rahul Gandhi to be the prime minister by default because they have had enough is enough. They have seen Modi, Amit Shah, all these governments doing
Sir,
nothing
I
to
think
the
we're
people
now
of the
we're
country.
jumping the gun here. Cockroach Janata Party, 20 million followers on Instagram, and suddenly Rahul Gandhi is going to become the prime minister. This is amazing. See,
No,
now-
I'm telling you, this is the Gen Z mindset.
You should know
This
that
is the Gen Z
that a
mindset.
post from Rahul Gandhi's Instagram account was blocked within hours when it reached about 8 billion viewers, I guess. So
Okay.
that is
No,
clearly evident.
no.
What
Let
was
me
the need for blocking that
see.
post?
Yeah,
The future is in the hands of the youth of this country. The future is
Oh,
going
for
to
a
be
second,
decided
I
by
thought you were going to
Gen
say
Z.
the cockroaches. For a second, I thought you were going to say the cockroaches.
No. Cockroach, it was on the lighter vein, I said.
Yeah.
But fact remains. See, people
It
are fed
appears
up
that
with this old.
Rajashekharan is going to head the party.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No,
You know
I'll
what?
tell
You
you.
know what?
I'll
You know
tell
what?
you. No,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Let me finish.
Yeah.
The people are fed up with this old stereotype commitments and cheating the people again and again and again, winning elections after elections,
Okay.
and saying the same old story.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
are fed up. Now they want practical things to happen in their front of their eyes.
But
So
Mr.
they
Rajashekharan,
want
you only just said nothing is practical in politics. Nothing is practical. People are opportunists. Okay. Listen.
Please,
I need
please, you are
I
confusing.
need to bring in
See,
Mr. Kalyan
practical
Raman as well.
means-
Let me bring in Mr. Kalyan Raman. Before I do that, Mr. Rajashekharan, yes or no? Is this a political isolation for the Dravidian parties? Yes or no?
Maybe it's temporary. Maybe
Okay.
it's temporary.
So
It
yes,
cannot
it
be
is.
said
Maybe
that.
it's temporary. Yes, it is. Maybe it's temporary. I finally got an answer. Had to go around a lot. And look, even before I got an answer for the operative part, the Cockroach Janata Party has featured into this debate. Anyway, Mr. Kalyan Raman, coming back to that long list that you were talking about how the alliance equation and that calculation is always spot on when we're looking at the Saffron Party. What happened in the state of Tamil Nadu? Mr. Ramaraj says that you're just a one-seat party, but then I think Mr. Ramaraj also kind of sort of
No,
contradicted.
that
that's
also-
what I thought,
also-
because you see,
no,
you said
one
even
seat
with one
That's
seat,
no,
they were able
no,
to
no,
they were
one
able
seat.
to govern through Edapadi
No, no.
Palaniswamy.
No,
Mr.
please,
Rajashekharan,
please.
I'll come to you. Wait, hold on.
One seat also,
Yeah,
if it
exactly.
goes for recounting, they will lose it.
So they have lost power in at least 320 seats across the country in 6 major states, where they are less than 15% vote share. In most of them, less than 5% vote share. Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, they are less than 5% vote share. So Congress talking about coming back to power, or Rajashekharan saying that they are going to coming to power, is the most laughable thing in the whole country. Coming to the question of the alliance or maintaining of alliance, let us look at it very, very realistically and in a very wise manner. The regional parties represent regional aspirations, sometimes community aspirations, sometimes a segmentational aspirations. Even though Modi, like personality, is a fatherly figure, they may not be in a position to relate themselves with a person like Modi, which is why we need regional parties. Look at the case of Apna Dal, which has just got about, let us say, 6 seats in Tamil Nadu. They have in Uttar Pradesh, they have a cabinet minister. The BJP has gained enormously well in Maharashtra with 132 seats, whereas what we reckon is only 144. Whereas the Shiva Sena has got 11, the NCP has got 9 ministers, despite the fact that we have numbers at our
But
place.
Mr. Kalyanaman, don't you think when people are asking this question, the argument is little credible that when you know it all, when you've been doing it so well across the rubric of the national print, why not in Tamil Nadu? I mean, Vijay was desperately
Tamil
looking
Nadu,
for
we
people. He
have
did not
never
have the
come-
numbers. Then why
It's a
couldn't
very
BJP
good question.
convert this into a goal?
It's a very good question. In Tamil Nadu, we have never come anywhere closer to power so far for very many years. We are talking about several decades, ever since 1980 till today. For the last 45, 46 years, we have never come to power. So we are not entitled to, or we don't have the responsibility to answer to this particular question. Because we are never part of the
I
government
appreciate
at,
the
Tamil
appreciate
Nadu.
the honesty. I do
Whereas-
appreciate the honesty.
Whereas those who were part of the government, rather they were in alliance with the government, but yet not ready to take power, not in a position to take power, like 2006 to 11, where the DMK was a minority. The Congress was behaving like slaves in Tamil Nadu. They supported the minority government then, not being ready to push for power share. Of course, they meekly surrendered to with their 5 seats. I remember Venkatesh saying that they jumped and offered power. Arey bhai, with your 5 seats, 207 plus 5 does not make 217. You
I
are
need
nobody.
to. You're right. You're right, Mr. Kalyanaraman. Mr. Kalyanaraman, my apologies. I'm completely running out of time here. I do need to. I do need to go across the board here. Mr. Ramraj, Mr. Ramraj. Mr. Ramraj, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. My idea in understanding is that ideology.
You got the numbers wrong.
Ideology,
you got the numbers
ideology in Tamil Nadu. Okay, sir. Never mind the numbers. Never mind the numbers. It doesn't matter. Mr. Ramraj, ideology in Tamil Nadu has now become secondary to political survival. This is the operative, end line.
It's not just about survival. I want to answer to Mr. Kalyanaraman. Any party will lose the deposit if the ruling party is going to engage the agencies, all the agencies, independent agencies like Supreme Court, Enforcement Director, defection, delimitation, SIR, Election Commission. Then obviously it is normal. And you need to understand that the state like Tamil Nadu and Kerala has educated literate people. Even after doing all this nonsense, they were not able to even get more than 1 seat. That 1 seat is just I would say it's a luck. Otherwise, they wouldn't have won this seat also.
Okay.
So, Mr. Kalyanaraman doesn't deserve to criticize or talk anything
We'll
about
wrap
Congress.
this here. We'll wrap this here. We'll wrap this here. You know what? I always enjoy talking to all of you all. Mr. Rajashekaran, you should have come a little bit early so that we could have, had more conversation here. I've completely run out of time here. The PCR really wants me to get into a break. But like I said, and don't mind me, this is why I say, the usual suspects coming back to News9 on when it comes to the Dravidian discourse. Mr. Kalyanaraman, many thanks for taking the time. Mr. Rajashekaran, always a pleasure to have you with us. Venkatesh Ramaraj, spokesperson for the Congress party over here as well. Perhaps the biggest story in Tamil Nadu is not just that, TVK chief Vijay won, but that the old Dravidian order suddenly looks vulnerable and negotiable. And Mr. Rajashekaran said that right now, at this point in time, it does look like a temporary blow for the AIADMK and the DMK.